Hello, good evening. My name is Brianna Gaskins, and I will be discussing the dance of voguing. This speech is to inform you the understanding of the art of voguing and some of the hardships that drag queens have to go through, even in their LGBTQ communities. Voguing is a form of expression showing opulence and the attitude of self-confidence and poise by drag queen groups called houses. I would like to shed light on a couple of experiences, but first, are there any interests in dancing? If so, what's your favorite dance move and how does that make you feel? Food for thought. One very popular dance would be Death Drop. It's a famous, commonly used dance used by drag queens, and it shows that they have experience and they're ready to win. The history of voguing would be to strike a pose in campy imitation and fashion. It's a kind of dance. It was brought up in Harlem, New York, in the early 1970s, late 80s through the 1990s. It is physical. It is a mixture of hieroglyphics, gymnastics, and asymmetry within the body, and use of fashion clothes and everything like that. Shoes, coats, designer. The main reasons for voguing would be expression and throwing shade, and recognition. Voguing transitioned from something graceful and poised to something deemed illegitimate and lucrative. The surrounding community dehumanized these people and targeted for expressing their individuality. Security from the outside world was, brought pressure on them and not being accepted and viewed as lesser in the LGBTQ community. They were ostracized by their family, their friends, and of course, certain LGBTQ communities, because they during the 1970s, it wasn't really socially accepted. People were afraid to express this outside of that, group. But RuPaul, he is an advocate, and he has a reality TV show that brought light to the lifestyle of drag queens, but it also gives them a platform to give the issues of drag queens and what they have to go through. Voguing has been surrounded by activism since its creation, pretty much. It also gives a safe place of empowerment and belonging. These houses came from, people with HIV, AIDS, and mental illness during the 80s. The LaBeija group, for instance, uses their platform to speak about HIV, AIDS, and advocates for underrepresented communities, even the LGBT community. And people, within the communities have resources with HIV and AIDS, homelessness, and, abuse and depression, which are mental illnesses. Another group would be, Vogue Nights. They popularize the voguing community and offer HIV and STD screening and health awareness to mobile vans. I just want you guys to know that, voguing has some hardships, and the LGBT community does too. And they endeavor a lot of things day to day. Today, voguing should be seen as an expression through drag and more accepted, than it is back then. A celebration of drag queens, drag queens have a platform now. It can be a real job, and, give comfort to the family, even if they don't have a family outside. HIV and AIDS, having to deal with that, and different things that they have to do. And informative speech, in this informative speech, I just want to give you guys, showing guys that everybody should be accepted, instead of judging people the way the choices they make, even though it's different through ours. We show education and awareness to those groups.